Probably stacklets. Okay, we're here, and we are running late today. I'm sorry. It's Monday. It's the first day. It's our first video of 2023, Teresa. And we're here for the first video, and so are you. So thanks for joining us. We're really excited. Teresa has been working on the new dies, and I don't know if you used embossing folders yet or not.
I didn't.
From Tim Holtz. And the Everyday Collection, Tim Holtz, and Chapter 1 from Sizzix. And we've got it all. And you know what? The great news for all of you is it's still 10% off through today.
Yay!
So today you can get them, and they're 10% off. We've got samples of most all of them, I think. Maybe not exactly everything, but most all of them. Okay, so now I'm out of breath, Teresa. We gotta.
Well, the new dies are a lot of fun. That's all I have to say. There's a lot of creativity that went into them, and lots of inspiration. You're gonna want them all.
So Jan said she was worried and was checking her calendar, and we're doing some last minute things. But here's our itinerary for today, or our agenda. Teresa's got some amazing cards that you saw some peeks here that she's going to show us what she did and how to do some things. We're going to show you all of the new Tim Holtz Everyday Collection and Sizzix Chapter 1. It's kind of confusing. It's not Tim Holtz Chapter 1, it's his everyday release for 2023.
Okay.
And we our Christmas is still 40% off through today.
Oh,
it's
okay.
the last day, and if you look back here, Christmas back here is gone. So it's getting wiped out, isn't it, Teresa?
It is.
So as we get started, let's just walk up here to the front of the store, Teresa.
Okay.
Where are we going? I don't know why I want to do this, but we're going up here to the front.
I'll follow you.
I don't know why we're doing this, but heck. Oh, I just found something I just found the rest of my finger. Okay, I just found something. All right, Teresa, I'm going to give you this because I would like to have the chance to say welcome all of you to 2023. It's going to be a wonderful year. I'm Kelly. This is Memory Bound. We're located in Iowa. We say that quite often, but in case you're a new viewer, we're right in the middle of Iowa, in the middle of the country, and we had a wonderful 2022, and I want to thank all of you for participating in our morning videos, making comments, sending cards. Oh, I left the box of cards in the back, Teresa. I have this huge box of cards. We have saved them all, and it's not all of them. I have another box. So we appreciate all of your mail, your nice comments. When you send a card, I usually read it at least 3 times. So I really appreciate that.
Said no sound.
So anyway, and I want you to know that we have a lot of fun going for 2023. So welcome to 2023. It's going to be a crafty year. We're going to have 3 large crop events. Teresa, I'm going to go ahead and say it, so you be upset if you want. We're going to be bringing back the walk-in make and takes here at the store.
Yay!
We're going to probably do that in the spring, maybe like once a month. We're going to try to get that going again. We've got kits. We've got virtual classes planned. We're shaping up in January, and you don't even have to exercise. So we're going to have a whole theme in January that's all about shapes and using circles and triangles. And you know what else? There will be, wait, I want to say it like this. Yes, Virginia, there will be a Merry Makers too. So we will be doing a holiday Merry Makers probably in October again. And we're going to have some mini Merry Maker little things happening. So it's going to be a really fun year. We're glad you're here. We hope you stick with us. And welcome to 2023. So now, after that big announcement, now we're going to go back. And Teresa, should we go take a look at the new dies?
Sure.
Do you want, I can record and you can talk about them. Let's go back here first. We're starting to get a lot of new collections in, and it's just going to be so much fun. We've got so much to share this year. So we're going to start out. Let's go through. Should we go through the Sizzix ones first?
Sure.
So they're pretty happy about Merry Makers. This release,
lots of hearts.
This release, you're going to see a lot of previews online. I'm not sure when Tim's video is coming out. Do you know?
I haven't seen it.
None of us have seen it, but it'll be coming soon.
I've
been seeing his designers have been making a lot. So Sizzix Chapter 1, we're going to start with that, and Teresa's going to show us what we've got here.
So this is a Biggs, So you can cut this out of chipboard or heavier materials, and it's called crockery. I like
and you
that.
get 6 little crockery vases.
Yep. And then they did something very clever. They made flowers, and this is called boho boutique, and those will fit in. They're the perfect size to fit in the crockery die.
That is very clever. Very clever.
And this is just a regular thinlet.
And how much are those, Teresa?
Oh, 20. They're both $24.99.
$24.99
Yep.
for crockery and boho boutique.
Then we have this really pretty one called Botanical Card Front.
And that's a 2-piece die. So
Yep.
you get the background and
Cuts
the
this
butterfly
piece out.
cutout. It's very delicate.
Yep. You're going to want your precision plate when you use this one.
I think we might have to order more of that one too.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the last one of those.
It's pretty. It's $24.99. Oh, really? Oh, wow. People are ready for spring and butterflies. And then there's another butterfly, and this is a stamp die combo, and it's called Butterfly Birthday, and it's $18.99. And the reason it is because right on the butterfly it says Happy Birthday to You in scripty. So this is going to make a
3
fun.
dies. That's a really good price for that.
Yep.
Juanita wants to know when she can register for Merry Makers too. I guess I'm going to feel really good that we did a good job with Merry Makers if you have people wanting to sign up already.
All right, here is a stamp set, and this is $12.99, and this is called Spring Bloom Sentiments.
That's got a lot of different sayings.
It does. You're one of a kind.
Blooms your way. Sending blooms your way.
Stay well.
wild. You're one of a
that's
kind.
wild,
Live
not
life in full bloom.
Yeah, so
In a
that's a
field
fun
of
one.
daisies, be a wildflower. Yeah, that's
Spring.
really, really good for spring.
And then here is a definite spring Easter. It's called Basic Easter Shapes. And
So
that's $27.99.
Get your bunny, your chick, your flowers, you get a butterfly, your egg, and a cracked egg.
Yep.
And I'm going to say hello to Janet and welcome Janet to 2023 also.
All right, so that's all the
We have the embossing
Sizzix,
folders.
but yeah, we have the embossing folders. So there's 3. This one is Palm Repeat. See if I can find
and we have a sample of each. So
Yep.
these are 3D embossing folders. That's Palm Repeat.
and it's $11.99. Am I angling it
Yeah,
right?
it's fine. Yep.
Yeah. And this is fun.
It
You
just
could do it either way, I guess.
yeah, you could do it even sideways if you
Yep.
wanted to. I think all of these are like that. What's up next?
All right. This is Flowering Waves.
Flowering Waves.
Flowing Waves.
Flowing
Sorry,
Waves. I think you
$11.99.
might have called it Flowering Waves
I think
last
I
week
did.
too.
And this would be great for like ocean, water cards.
So these are the 3D embossing folders that you would mist your paper lightly, and then you would run them through 3 times, and you only use 1 cutting plate.
This is Ornamental Spiral. It's a nice basic that you could use for anything.
Yeah, that's really
Weddings
pretty. Very
or
pretty.
birthdays. Now, I have this sample, but I don't have an embossing folder, so I don't know what it's called.
Well, you know what? We can
We'll have
ring
to have-
the bell.
yes.
We can ring the bell for that one.
know where
They
it
were
is.
all here. Do we have 2 of one? Oh, I think we have 2 of one, and we're missing. Okay, we'll get
Yeah.
that one. We'll
All
move
right.
on, and we'll grab that one.
Since
They're
we're
right-
doing the 3D, I'll go into the Tim Holtz.
So we have 3 Sizzix embossing folders and 3 Tim Holtz ones.
This one's called Mosaic, and
And
it's $13.99.
That's really neat. There's a
Yeah.
stencil like that too.
It's fun.
Okay. Mosaic is a good one.
Yep. Then we have Dotted.
Now I've been seeing that's really neat.
Yeah.
That's a multi-level. So I've been seeing samples of these online on Facebook here, so you'll be seeing them too.
Yeah. So there's when Kelly says multi-layer, some are deeper cut, not cuts,
Embossed.
impressed, yes, than others.
Okay.
And that's
then
$12.99.
The other one, is it
The
called
last one.
ornamental? I'm trying to remember. Hey Chris,
And-
could you
and-
grab us This.
Entangled. This one's called
Entangled.
Entangled.
It reminds me
Pretty
of
cool.
Damask a little bit, the one that came
Yeah.
out. I love those samples.
Those are nice.
Thank you. I don't know who made the samples
good to
for us,
touch.
but thank you very much.
Peggy
I
did
know.
that.
Who did it?
Peggy.
Oh, thank you. You do want to touch them.
All right.
Jansen's Dotted is one of her favorites, and she ordered it this morning. Okay, what's that one called?
This one's Delicate Leaves.
Okay. Delicate Leaves.
I was guessing leaves something, but delicate.
I like that one too. That would be neat with flowers on it.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the 6 embossing folders. And now why don't we move to the fonts?
Okay.
And Teresa, the sample for the font is back there. And the other sample, I think Katie is bringing tomorrow. I thought we had
Katie is working on the other alphabet. This is Alphanumeric Emporium, and it's $24.99.
It's 1 1/4 inches.
Yep.
And it's got the numbers and the little symbols. And sometimes it's hard to understand how they cut, but that's why we did the sample.
It's
so you
nice
can see
to
it actually
see.
cuts out that little shadow. And it reminds me of those letters that would be on a signboard.
And it's one piece that cuts all that out. So 41 dies. Yep.
And I think this one's
Then
called
this
Bulletin.
this one's 2 inches. Alphanumeric Bulletin.
So that's a biggie. And
Yes.
tomorrow Katie has made some things with that.
They're
and we'll be
adorable.
seeing that tomorrow.
Yes. And then this.
We have our samples everywhere.
This one is called Abstract Elements, and it's $24.99. And here are all
Look
the
at
little
all the
pieces.
different pieces. I cannot wait to see what his designers do with this.
And some of them are negatives, and some of them you just cut out. And when I mean negatives, like here's one that has a rainbow, and you're probably not gonna. The rainbow got upside down.
You might.
It looks like a U.
Well, it could be either way.
You're probably not going to use those little teeny pieces. You can, but the idea is that it cuts out. The same with these dots. It doesn't cut the square out. It just cuts the dots. So it cuts the negative. So you use the negative. So Abstract Elements is going to be fun, that you can do all sorts of different.
And if you've got that die with the faces, then that
yeah.
would be another good one to go with.
Yep. All right. Then we have.
Chris, you can put that box right here because I meant to show that this morning.
Oh.
Hey, why don't we just take an intermission? And this is the box that I was talking about that I didn't have with me. But these are a few of the cards that we received this year. So if you sent us a card, we've got some hanging on our refrigerator. We've got some Christmas cards in a couple places. So if you sent us a card, I just want you to know how much we appreciate it. And we put them back in our staff area, and we all take a look at them, and we absolutely love it. And since I'm taking a little break here from Teresa, I want to show you the card that Elena sent us. And this is really cool because it's a shaker card, and it's got this very intricate train on the front of it. And she wrote a very nice message on the inside that was meaningful to me about how wonderful the Memory Bound staff is, because I couldn't agree more. And then another card that we got in the mail was from Kathy. And this is a beautiful, speaking of embossing folder, the background on this one is all embossed, and it's got your red twine and a little gem there in the middle of the poinsettia. So I wanted to show that one. Those are new that just came in. So thank you so much, guys. Okay, Teresa, we're back to regular programming. What are we going to show next?
Next, I'm going to show the Blossom. And this is a big old flower. It's $34.99. It's going to fit on an A2 card.
Also, I think on your scrapbooking or on a canvas or in a lot of different places.
Yeah, it's fun. And that one's $34.99. And it's very pretty. And then I covered up part of it, the other part. So you would focus on that. This is Brushstrokes Flower Mini, and it's $24.99. And these are just some of the flowers that you get.
So it's not all of them, but your hand's kind of covering up the package.
Sorry.
There we go.
And they are layered. Each flower has a couple layers that you can add You don't have to do all three. And then there's lots of different pieces of greenery that also has layering on it. That's
It's
very
nice
pretty.
because they have all the large ones, the large blossom layered flowers.
They're going to go
and now
with
here's
those.
the little ones, and you're going to get 7 different flower groups, and we put together 3 here to show you. And I think it's nice to have a little bit of smaller ones.
Yep, super fun. Oh, here's some more. She's stuck over here. I didn't
Ran
see
out of
those.
room.
Yeah.
Oh, so we do have them all. Oh, I like that rose.
Well, I can't tell.
Looks like, well, that would be 7, I think. So there's
Yeah.
some more of them, and there's more leaves and things.
Yeah. All right. The next one is Bunny Stitched, and that's $24.99. And this one is super cute.
I'll show them right here, Teresa.
Yeah. So those are the bunnies. So, and then it comes with an egg, a heart, and a carrot, which is really nice. But just so you know that the little X's on there, you see this strip? You get a strip of X's, excuse me, and you put those on top of the bunnies to make them look like they're stitched.
So you can put them on there, or you can leave
Yep.
them off if you don't want your stitches on your bunnies.
You can put
just
them
leave
wherever you
off.
want. Yep. And it's a layered, so each piece has a background layer, so you can do them whatever color that you want.
And
And
I
this
think
piece
if you
goes
had
with the
other
carrot.
things, like say you were doing a scrapbook layout and you're doing some lettering, you could add those X's to
Oh, yeah.
your letters, and it would just kind of tie everything together if you wanted to make more stitching.
Yep. It's really fun.
We need to know how much the brushstroke mini is, Teresa. I think it might be
$24.99.
okay, $24.99 for the brushstroke mini, and that's before the 10% off. Okay, then what are we going
Yep.
to next?
So then we're going to go to the gentleman.
And they come with the cane and the umbrella, which are
Yep.
separate, and I lost the cane.
Oh, I was going to say, what happened to the cane?
Yeah, Teresa made a cane, but we
Yeah.
lost it.
So those are separate, so you can put them in whatever hand you want or use them.
And they're about 6 inches tall, so
Yep.
they're a nice size.
And they fit on an A2 card, but I also made, today I made a slimline card with it because I just liked the way that he looked on the slimline.
And did
so.
you say how much the gentlemen were?
I didn't. $23.99.
$23.99.
Yep.
Okay.
And then kind of in the same area would be tailored, and that's $29.99. Move that over there.
That's Teresa. The samples on this. I'm going to get up
Yeah.
close because if I get up close, you can see that those collars are actually dimensional.
Yes. So there's a little score line. So there's 3 pieces to these. So there's the little collar, and then there's the little lapel. And I went to a fancy wedding this weekend. My husband wore a tux, and I was like, oh, that would be a perfect on the scrapbook page to
It
put a little
would.
tux for him.
It would, and I like the hats. And Teresa
Yep,
used
3
the hat.
different hats.
She's going to show us several of these dyes
Yep.
Teresa used in her demo today, and she'll be showing us.
So they're layered, and you use different colors. And then we're going to have the road trip, and this one is colorized.
And Janine put this together
Yes,
for
when
us.
you see this one, it's so stinking cute. It's $34.99.
And you have, I mean, you could use just the tree.
Yep.
I love that it has exhaust coming out of the tailpipe. I think that's hilarious.
I know, and I'm like, well, that could be a cloud too. I'm like, why did she put the cloud down here? Oh, it's the exhaust.
Right, and Janine also mentioned that if you just want the suitcase, it does have shorter pieces there.
Yep.
The car's getting lots of hearts.
Yeah,
it's really
very
fun.
cute. Okay. Then we have the paper cut cafe, and that one's $24.99. And we don't have samples, but Katie is going to be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow we'll
and
be demoing that die set.
I
She's
saw
made
her
some really
cards,
good
and they're
yeah.
so cute.
You're gonna love it. So come back
Yeah.
tomorrow, and we'll show you more about that one.
She used that and the alphabet together, and it's so cute.
And how much is that one, Teresa?
That one's $24.99.
$24.99.
Yep. And then we have the Celebrate, and this one's also colorized, and Janine did a nice job with that. And that cake is just,
I just want a piece of it.
yeah, I think it would be perfect for a wedding, but birthday
It's
or,
very versatile because you got balloons, you have
Yeah.
a present, you have a party hat. So
I
it could
like the
be-
banner.
It could be graduation, it could be birthday, anniversary, wedding, lots of different things.
Yep.
Happy New Year. I think the balloons are really neat too. And that one was $34.99.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if we told it or not.
All right, this one's True Love colorized, and Katie also is going to make a sample of this one. And it's $34.99, and you can, there's a couple, I think there's 3 different hearts, I believe. I think there's 3, is what Katie said, and so you can just use the heart separately, or you can cut them and put your candy pieces in there. This is going to be great for Valentine's.
That's going to be a really popular one.
Yeah.
I wonder if Doug will get me a box. I want a box
of chocolates like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Oh yeah, there are 3. You know, if you look on the front,
right here it shows you what
it shows you what pieces you get, so you can kind of have an idea. It always tells you the number. There's 24 dies in this, but you can get a better idea of which exact pieces you're getting.
Just as a reminder, these are all 10% off through today for new release.
So buy them today. Wood slices, $24.99. Tim loves his wood, and I really like this die as well. And this is the one I'm going to show today because you can, it comes with this alphabet. It's super skinny, so you can use it regular or you can use the negative. And I did both just to show you what it's like. Oh, here's our sample right here. And so you have 3 rings for that. And it's also, I wish I could remember the technique. It's the technique where you use the ink on your die.
Oh,
and I will
like
show
the
that
frame
again.
tags.
Right.
Just like that.
Right. We'll show that again today. All right.
Okay. Did we hit them all?
I think we got them all.
All right.
There's so many. It's like, oh, I hope I didn't forget any.
Well, thank you, Teresa, for going through those. And
they're super
these
fun.
Are
I'm excited.
10% off through today. So if there's something you like, and we'll post pictures and things also.
Okay.
And plus, now Teresa's going to show us what she made with all this good stuff.
So I'll start with the tailored. Again, that's $29.99. Sorry about that. And he has a stamp set that has some of these images. They do not work together, just so you know. And the collars are the 3D dimensional.
They're the same style.
Yes.
What Teresa means, you can't stamp them and die cut.
Right, you can't stamp and die cut.
These are more like layered pieces. But boy, I think these would be cute on a bunny rabbit. Oh, you could put these on one of the bunny rabbits, just the front of the bow tie, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
If you wanted to add a little bow tie to a bunny.
Or the tie. Yeah. So, and these are going to fit on some of the, what do they call them?
Funny Farm?
No, the characters.
Crazy dogs, crazy cats.
They'll fit on the crazy dogs, or I put them on the crazy cat on this one.
The snarky.
Yes, this is snarky cat. Sorry. And I just did a little, this one says, at times I'm grateful. Thoughts don't actually appear in bubbles over our heads. I'm grateful for that all the time, but people say I can read my face. But this is an old photoplay stamp that I had the word bubbles that I stamped around there. But you could, I found something, I think.
Use clouds.
We have cloud dies. We have a couple cloud dies that I think you could just use instead, and they look like word bubbles. I don't have a cloud die.
Or they could be clouds. You don't, but you might after today.
I know, I don't have a cloud die, but I do have the word bubble stamp. So I stamped that around. So I just put the tie. I didn't put the collar because his neck is so big. So I just put the one piece of the tie on there. Actually, there's 2 pieces because there's a piece for the knot. And then the hat. And the red that I used is actually the lumberjack plaid.
That's his latest color.
Yep. And so what I did is I just inked a piece of paper really good, and then I die cut it.
Gotcha.
So I wanted my clouds and everything to match, of course.
That's a good tip to get everything to match.
I like matchy. And then this one. Oh. Did you have something you wanted to say?
No.
Okay. So this one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I went a little grungy on this one, and the background, I just want to remind you guys, because I was like, okay, I really wanted to use the lumberjack plaid, and I'm like, what other colors could I use? And so I got out my color wheel, and mine is a little bit different, but you can use it the same way. And so I took my color wheel and I found which color it was, and then I did the try, and so it turned out that it was peeled paint and peacock feathers. And I would never in a million years put these 3 colors together. Maybe these 2 colors, but peacock feathers with these 2? No, I wouldn't do it. Would you do that?
I don't know. I wouldn't. Not
just on your own.
not
Out
on
of
my
it. I
own.
would
No,
be like,
I
oh,
wouldn't,
these
but
3 colors.
I do love it.
Yeah,
It looks really good.
So I like to get my color wheel out every once in a while, and we have these. They're $4.99, and they're super easy to use. They've got the little arrows on the back, so you can kind of match your colors.
Some different color combinations.
Yeah. When you're stumped or when you just want to try, it's kind of a challenge to try and use it. So you can see there's some of the blue and the green around the edges. I went really heavy with the red because I wanted that to be my primary color. And I just kept smooshing and drying and smooshing and drying until I got it how I wanted it. And I even just spritzed it with water and tapped some off. So there's the hat and then the bow tie. And then I use the, I've used this before, the grunge. Yeah, the grunge stamp set. And I just used a lot of the stamps. Yep. So I stamped this for the back of his face. And these hat bow tie combinations, I've seen lots of different things. Like you could do a clock face.
Oh, sure.
You could do a butterfly. I thought about putting a ladybug in there, but I decided to go a little bit grungier. So there's lots of things that you can put in there just for the grungy look. And I did the same thing with the letters and the bow tie and the piece on the hat. I just inked some paper with my lumberjack, and then I die cut it out. I also used, see, here's the alphabet.
Yeah,
I just stamped it.
Use the little dot.
And then here's this piece right here and my little circle right there.
Oh,
so I just randomly, yep. And then I just added this limited edition. Oh, Grau, that's my last name. I just, I don't know why. I was like, I was going to just put a G. You know what would have been really good? Because I don't have the alphabet yet, but a big old, not this one, the 2-inch one. I'm going to get this one. You guys are going to see this because I'm going to buy the 2-inch one. But a big old G right there would have been good too.
That'd work great as a face.
Yeah.
You use the theory, the alphanumeric theory.
Yeah, this one, I have this one. And this one's a fairly new one. It's $28.99.
Yeah, last release.
And I use this on a couple of cards because I like the little, it's so different with the line because you have 2 sets of alphas. One is big and one is small. They're all uppercase, but the sizing is different.
Teresa, there's a question from Jan. Would the cane from the gentleman work together, or put the rabbit coming out of the top hat, or the cane looking like a magic wand? The cane, I think, would look okay with the... Oh, that's right. I lost the cane.
You lost the cane.
I lost the cane, everyone. Sorry.
It's pretty really skinny, and it's about the same length as the umbrella. What was the question?
Would it work together with the top hat? It'd be maybe a little small, but I think it would be all right.
Proportional. Yeah, you could do it.
And look like a magic wand. Yeah, she's thinking about...
like a Harry Potter?
I think she's thinking about maybe, I don't know if it's these rabbits, but a rabbit and, like coming out of the hat.
Oh,
like
sure, sure.
I think it would.
That might be fun.
Let's see, we have another question. Is the Tim Holtz stamp set new?
This one?
No, it's newer.
Grunge?
Grunge is newer. It's within the last year, I think.
I like it.
It's not brand new.
No, it has a big splat too.
Teresa loves it, and she uses it quite a bit.
This is the only one that I don't use very often, and I don't know why. I use the other ones. I really like the squiggly line ones. So, okay. I think that's everything on that card. That was super fun.
We have a question about the calendars, and I think those just got ordered, the 8.5 by 11. So I would give it, with the holiday and everything, we probably need to give it about 10 days. Okay,
all right.
We got another gentleman here.
So this is the, what is it? The number 6. Number 6 slimline card. But like I said, the gentlemen are going to fit onto an A2 card as well. And you still have plenty of room to put something underneath them. But and then I tried to use some new paper, you guys. I was so excited to get the vintage winter woods, and I always get the 6x8 paper pack, and that's the snowflake behind them. And so I put the word hey, that same alphabet, and then the stamp set.
Oh, did you use the stamp set
I did.
from the Winter Woods?
Frosty Friends.
Now that, and this isn't to make anybody worry, but that has been discontinued. It's retired.
Oh.
We ordered in as many as we could get, so we have a lot of them.
We do have a lot. That's why we have
that's why we
so
have
many.
a lot, because they were retired.
What? We
And
just came out.
a lot of our staff bought those.
Well, I
because
bought
of,
one.
Like this.
Yeah,
And stuff.
I know Maggie got one. Yeah, it's super fun. And the sayings are cute too. Frosty Friends. I like that. You could use that with a lot of different snowmen and stuff. But I love the 6x8 paper pack. It's going to lend itself to masculine cards, I think. I mean, the colors are kind of muted. And when I looked through it, I was like, oh, these are pretty, but really I could do some masculine things with them. So what I did on this one, I know it's kind of hard to see, but I did a shadow. So I actually cut one from gray, and then I used my Simple Stories. I love doing this, the
Color Vibe?
Color Vibe. So my colors matched perfectly. So I cut a gray, and then I also cut one out of the snowflake paper. I don't know if I have it to show you. I think maybe I threw it away.
Out of the snowflake paper?
Yeah.
So did you
See?
cut them out and then you replaced
So I
it with
cut
the
them
gray?
out, and then I put the gray in, and then I popped this teal color up and moved it over slightly.
Oh, okay.
And then I had to save these two little pieces here and here and glue
put them back in, yeah.
Yeah. But there's my little guy that I saved just in case I need a piece of that snowflake.
You might need to cut something
I
out
know.
of there,
Isn't that
Teresa.
silly? I'm saving it. And I put it in my little bag, and I won't lose it that way. Yeah. So they fit perfectly on the slimline cards, which I really like.
And I like that technique because you could use that with a lot of different things. Butterflies, flowers, there's lots of different ways to use that.
Yeah.
Clever
I just
technique.
liked it inlaid inside there. I don't know why. It just helped me keep it. I don't know.
Maybe it looks more shadowy.
Yeah. That's what I wanted, is a shadow look. Okay. The next one, I have the bunnies. Where did they go? What's it called? Bunny Stitch. That's $24.99, and they're so cute. And I use the alphanumeric again on this one, and I use the ticket die. I know I have it over here somewhere.
It's right here.
There it is. So there's a stamp set ticket booth. That's $19.99. And that has a stamp set that goes with it, but I use the die probably more than the stamp set, so I needed something to put on. And then this wreath. Do you guys all have this wreath?
Oh, I didn't notice is that the funky wreath?
The funky wreath, $22.99. It's a good basic to have, and it's really good. I use this a lot in the spring, and then I use this one in the winter, so it's a double.
You got them both. And
Yeah.
you have little pieces
Yes.
also. In addition
See, you
to
can
the
see
wreath.
there's 10 dies, so you get extra leaves. So you can see
Did you add some
right there,
extras?
I added a piece. Yep, and there I added some extras to fill my wreath in a little bit. I just wanted it more wreathy.
More wreathy.
Yep.
I like
and then
that.
there's the carrot. Oh, I didn't put an X on the carrot. See, so you don't have to add the X's, but I added the dark. Oh, and this paper is super cute.
Another Simple
It's
Stories.
called, Heart Eyes. And I got the 6x8, but we do have it. We have everything in this line. And it's going to be wonderful for Valentine's or spring cards.
Right, yeah.
I just love the
Doesn't
bright
even
colors.
have to be Valentine's.
Yes. It's not pink or green or red for Christmas. We're done with those colors.
We are pretty much done.
Moving into pink and orange, man.
It's the last day that our Christmas is 40% off. So if you get out there and get a few things, we still have we have a good selection left. We've sold out of a lot of things, so this die is $24.99 for, what was it called? Stitch Bunnies or Bunny Stitch? but it's
Bunny stitch.
Bunny stitch, but it's 10% off today. Through today, it's going to be 10% off.
So you don't have to use a bunny for Easter. See? It's
Right.
just a happy
They're
day
just happy
card.
bunnies.
And I did the same thing. I used the Simple Stories color vibe to match the orange. Did you see how the orange matches the dots perfectly? And then this, the pink also matches perfectly. So, all right. So then,
Ooh,
the
now we're
last
going
one.
to the last one for today.
This is the one that I'm going to demo you. It's called Wood Slice. And so there's you get 2 wood slices. There's 33 dies, but that's because of the alphabet. So we've got the circle, and you actually get 3 layers. And then there's the heart, and then you get the alphabet. So I'll tell about these first. So this one, I use the, what's it called? Gray two-tone wood grain. Remember that I got 2 of these?
And that is discontinued.
Yes, but we still have
We
plenty
ordered a
in
lot.
stock.
We loaded up. So.
Tim loves his wood. And then there's the black one too. But this has a gray tint to it. And so I wanted to make another thank you card. Thank you so much. So the thing about the alphabets is that you can use the negative.
Oh, so this
because
is the negative.
Right,
Okay.
that's the negative. So it's so skinny. So I die cut it right out of the wood grain, and I did the same thing on my circle piece so that the dark gray would show through.
Oh, I didn't realize that,
Yeah.
Teresa.
And then this is the heart from the bunny. I used it on both cards. I think I'm going to use
liked
that
the
little
heart.
the little
She likes
heart.
the
I'm going
heart.
to you're going to see that a lot. And then I put my little X on there. And then this one I used another line of Simple Stories. Where is it?
Oh, the Simple Life.
This is the Simple Life.
And that's what Katie used
Yep.
last week.
And so there's a nice wood grain in there. And I also used my Simple Stories color vibe, the 3 browns and the green. And so here I actually cut the letters out and put them on top. I was going to do the negative on here, but the word hearts was too big.
I like it in green. I
Yeah,
think it looks really
it wouldn't
neat.
fit to die. I mean, I could have die cut it out of all 3, but usually you just try and do it out of 1. And then I cut the letters out and stuck them down. I could have maybe done a negative on there too, but I didn't know what I was going to say yet, and so I
like it.
I cut
think
it
looks
out.
Great, and I love that little
Yeah.
house.
And there's the heart, but this time I used the plus sign, and that comes with the alphabet. Yeah, that little house. Some of you, we don't have any more of these,
Christmas
the
cutouts.
Christmas cutouts that I love so much. I really like the houses. I use those a lot. That's where that came from. So if you have that, that's where that little house came from. But I'm going to show you how the
They work a little different. I mean, they work like the
Yeah.
frame tags. And what were the other little frame pieces called that you're using?
I don't know. That's what I'm using next
We're
week.
we're shaping up.
Yes,
Starting
for my
I don't know if
shapes.
it starts tomorrow.
Well, Katie's doing the dies.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it
must
starts
start
on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It starts on Wednesday. We're shaping up for 2023, and Teresa's doing a whole day with their frame labels maybe.
Yeah.
It's bad
Okay.
that I can't remember.
So one thing that I wanted to show, I should probably get this and this. Okay. Whoops. Falling apart here.
This is falling apart.
Okay. So if you're going to use the letters, you want the die cut and bond. And this is like the toilet paper roll that we always talk about.
Are you going to show us how to use
Yep.
it? Oh, I love it. It's also good for those colorized dies. Or any
Yes.
of the little pieces.
Yes, I used it a lot. So I just stick my paper down.
It's like a two-sided tape. So
Yep. And I just have a package. I didn't bring it, but I have a package of paper already pre-stickered. So then I just go to that. And you know, I have a lot of Tim Holtz paper, but I also started doing it on my color vibe paper, because when I was making all these cards and I was going for my color vibe, I'm like, ooh, I need to back some of that paper because I really like how it coordinates.
So she has a little clear box that she keeps,
Yep.
kind of like scraps. They're less than 4x6 or smaller, probably.
All right. Then the other tip that I have is these Sizzix printed magnetic sheets. And they actually come with,
Is that the one that comes with the envelope?
yeah,
And the magnet?
it comes with the envelope. So when I buy alphabets, a lot of times I will transfer them into this, because when you get an alphabet like this, it's kind of to get them on a magnetic sheet in there.
Here. They're just all in
Yeah.
a pile, so you spend so much time
Right.
searching for what you need.
The other thing I did when I was working on this die in particular, I was afraid that I was going to lose them. So on my table, I just put one of these little magnetic sheets,
Oh, good idea.
because Kelly, I lose things all the time on my table, and it
Teresa
drives
found
me.
a circle die in
I
her
did
bag
in my
today.
bag today. I'm like, where did that come from? But so I will just keep my alphabets on there. So I will definitely,
That's a good
when I
tip.
get this die, I will definitely put my alphabet on a big magnetic sheet like this. And I really like the bigger ones. Now these probably won't all fit on there, but I'll probably put these two pieces on there, and then these guys will be floaters.
Floaters.
They'll just be
I like
floaters.
how you call them floaters,
Yeah.
Teresa.
So you can cut the negative. Let's just do, so I need my magnetic thing that picks up from the bottom. So I put the self-adhesive on the back, and then
What are you going to spell?
I'm just going to spell hay.
All right.
Hay.
Are you going to... Is that how you want to... You're not doing the negative.
No, this
you're
is,
not
I'm
doing
just
it. Oh, she's
die
just
cutting
doing
the letters.
So Teresa's going to show us how cool that die cut and bond works. And it works for all of these dies. I'm pretty sure Janine used it here to assemble these small pieces for the Celebrate die. And I'm pretty sure Janine probably used it here on the car also.
And then you just kind of need a craft pick, because
Those
sometimes
are
they'll
skinny.
stick. Yeah, they're
They're
super
really
skinny.
neat though. They look like sticks.
If you need a skinny word, so then you just have to peel this off the back, just using your
And it
craft
has a
pick.
sticker.
Yep. There's H. This one's still in there.
And I think Teresa used it for the flowers too, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
So these flowers she die cut
Anytime
them.
you have little pieces, you're going to want to use that cut and bond. And there you go.
So you made that look easy.
Yeah.
Because if you tried to put glue on that, it would
The liquid glue,
ooze
it
out
just
quite a
drives me
bit.
crazy. Yeah. So I use my cut and bond all the time, like I
And
said.
now she has a piece of brown paper that's got the adhesive
Yep.
sheet on it, and she'll toss it in her
in my
box.
yep.
And when she needs to
I'll
cut
put it
something
in.
else brown,
Kelly, I'll put it in with the browns.
oh, we're back. We lost our connection. I guess we have poor wireless connection right now, but we're back. And Deborah made a comment that I love, Teresa. She said that's a great font for like summer camp or camping.
Oh yeah.
Outdoors.
Yeah, because it does kind of look like twigs, doesn't
does,
it?
like
That's why it goes
s'mores,
with
if you're
the.
doing s'mores.
It looks like you carved it into a tree. Actually, when I was making this card, I was thinking about this. Like it looked like
It does- it
you know, you
does.
carved it into the wood. That's what I was going for.
It looks like it for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So with either one of these guys, they're the same. So you can see on my cards here that there's rings, but it doesn't cut that. This is how you use your,
Here it shows it here also.
yep, your brayer and your archival ink. Now, I've been talking a lot about archival inks lately because when you stamp on top of oxide, you want to use archival ink if you really want it to show. Also, when you use these kind of dyes, you need to use archival ink. If you use the distress ink, it beads up on the metal.
It doesn't.
It doesn't really, I mean, you can do
You
it.
can get by with it, but you're
but
not going to get as
it-
good of it.
Yeah, you're not going to get as good of an impression. So you want to use archival ink, and you don't have to use the Ranger Distressed ink. We have other brands of archival ink, but so I have the vintage. Now when you first get these kind of dies where you're going to ink them, what you want to do is you want to take alcohol and just wipe it off, because there's some sort of film when they process it.
In the manufacturing.
Yep, in the manufacturing. Then you're going to take your brayer and you're just going to ink it up. And I just go a couple different ways to get ink. And then you're going to roll across your ink. Can you see the ink on the die, Kelly?
They said we need to do Janet says we need to do a sound check. But you're inked up. Okay. We're back. I hope we have sound. Let us know, Janet, now if our sound is back. We're having some Wi-Fi trouble here at the store, and I don't like to hear that at all. But we had a couple questions about, can you use the sticky toilet paper adhesive in the Cricut or the Cameo? And somebody says they do it all the time, so Debbie answered that for us. And Michelle said her New Year's resolution was to stop avoiding her colorized dye. Okay, we are having, I mentioned this a little bit ago, we froze. We're unfroze, and we got to hurry because we're probably going to freeze again. We're having some Wi-Fi problems. We got our IT people working on it. So Teresa has inked up her die with her brayer with archival ink. I'm anxious to see this.
So you got the ink. You're going to put it down on your paper. And sometimes with this, I just go back and forth.
Just to kind of get the ink.
To make sure that the ink got there. Oops.
Pull that out.
That out.
And aha, we have wood grain.
And
okay. If we get cut off again, we're going to just say goodbye and we'll see you tomorrow. But Teresa did get her heart wood grain cut.
Yep. And I cut the other 3 pieces so you can see how nicely that layers. Then if you wanted to, you could cut a word out of the die.
You know what else I think you could do, Teresa? You could take that new 2-inch font and maybe put the number 14 on it for Valentine's Day in pink or red. I think that would be really
so
neat.
What I did is I just
oh good, we're doing this.
Yeah. We're trying.
Let's hope our Wi-Fi stays.
If I can get my, where's my yellow
Teresa,
tape?
you're wasting time.
I know. I got my yellow tape is what I used.
That's called the best craft tape ever from
And I
Spellbinders.
just did that so that it didn't move around.
I forgot about this part. I'm glad you're
so
doing
this is the negative way. Again, I showed you how just to do it on a piece of paper, but so then I'm just popping the letters out.
Oh my gosh. You made that look easy, Teresa.
Yeah, the yellow tape helps a lot to keep it in the spot where you want it. But yeah, so you don't have to do the toilet paper roll to die cut your letters, you know, but it just depends on your word. Like thank you. I probably, I wasn't liking how it went around the little hole, so I could have put a gray A in there, but this one, then the heart word was really too big, and so I die cut that out.
So this is the negative.
This is the negative one, and this is the positive one.
This is positive.
Yeah. So you can do it either way.
Home and happy home is positive.
Yep,
so,
those are positive. Yep, negative and positive. Yep. I was trying to show the difference there.
Teresa,
so
it looks really cool. You did a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you. They're fun dies. Now I have to decide which one I'm going to buy today.
Well, we're sorry. We apologize. We did have some Wi-Fi issues. We have a bad pile over here now. But just to let you know that the Sizzix Chapter 1 for 2023, and the Tim Holtz Everyday is 10% off through today.
Yep, through today, last day.
Our new release special.
So make your decisions
And-
today.
Yes. And tomorrow Katie's going to be here.
Yep.
And she's using the Paper Cut Cafe, and she's also using the Bulletin alphabet die, which I don't know where that went. So she'll be using those two, and she's made some really neat cards.
Yeah, they're very cute. You guys are going to die.
And Teresa-
They're really cute.
Teresa, and thank you so much for
Yeah.
all of your work on that. And
Happy New Year.
Teresa cut a lot of our samples here for us too, so we could show you those with the dies. So you're right. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we won't have Wi-Fi problems tomorrow. Have a great crafty day, and let's have a great crafty New Year.